Monday, and it's been quite a week. We've had Christmas, Christmas Eve. I've had gatherings with drummers and celebrations. And I was privileged, beginning on Christmas Eve, to participate in an event organized by Dr. Jeannie Fritsch and called Love and Light. And I'm always in humble gratitude for every experience of serving also becomes an experience and an opportunity of learning. And so in that relationship with her, getting to know her, watching the way in which she so effortlessly organized all of us to create this flowing opportunity for us to each pick a time to have these informal yet heartfelt conversations that were not prearranged. And all the doors and all the awarenesses that were awakened and opened within me as I was doing, quote, something for others. So I had been reflecting on that all week, and she sent me a book, which I'm going to show you. I started reading it, and it's filled with postmarks. So this is the book. Dr. Jean, it's called Launching a Leadership Revolution. And the book begins with a conversation about what is leadership. And I love the way each chapter is like a question, and then the possible answer or explanation to the question is in the form of a story from our human history, if you would. So I've been reflecting upon that. So these two things were kind of flowing in my awareness when tonight I opened up Facebook, and there was this incredible, for me anyway, an incredible post by Yvonne de la Flor. And it was for TR trainers. It was talking about the future and what that's going to hold and different things that she was going to be doing. But in the process, she touched on how that having a good relationship with our Father is really important, but that all of abundance, all of what colors how we serve and what we receive from our life experiences comes from our relationship with our mother. And she talked about finding that place of respect and appreciation and gratitude for what our mothers have done and given us. And the recognition that our experience of our mothers may have all kinds of stories about what wasn't, what we didn't receive, what we didn't get, what we didn't feel. And that, if you would, it was time to put our grown-up suits on and to instead look and embrace and acknowledge and appreciate what we did receive, and to recognize that our mothers, like ourselves, often were not able to completely transform their own life experiences. And so sometimes the way in which they coped with their life, the way in which they dealt with others, as children, their children, we took it personal. and didn't have anything to do with us. So this 6-minute video was filled with so much of value for me. And I thought about my beginnings of the journey that I'm on when I took this course with this woman, and she would begin every session of the course with everyone sitting in a circle and putting in the center of the circle gratitude that our parents did the best they could for who they were. And it was the very beginning of that shift for me. And then my experiences in transcendental rebirthing moved me much farther along that path. And I remembered constantly, it seemed like every session where I would have a TR experience and it would be my turn, I would end up visiting these things about my mom. And I want to preface it by saying my mom was so incredibly responsible, so incredibly attentive. She was a stay-at-home mom. She did everything. And she wasn't warm and fuzzy. And my child self wanted warm and fuzzy. So anyway, I had all kinds of stories. So after several sessions in TR experiences where I would revisit some aspect of that, when it was my turn and the turn began to unfold, I found myself in the same place again. And this was like 14 years ago, maybe 13. And I can still remember Yvonne looking at me saying, "Do you really want to go there one more time?" She says, "I'll go there with you. Do you really need to do it one more time?" And I realized it was time to let the story go. And today, not only did I find a renewed resolve to explore and deepen my appreciation and gratitude for my mother even more, I also realized it was a great opportunity for me to forgive myself as a mother for all the things that I would have liked to have done better, for all the ways that I can think of that I could have done even more than I did. I could have, whatever, been more loving, more attentive, more whatever. So on this Mindful Monday, I really invite you to look at that relationship with your own mother, to find that place of gratitude for all that they provided. And there are some moms who, through abuse or addiction or whatever, they kind of gave up that role. I mean, they're still your mom, but they weren't present. And so to find some place within yourself where you can acknowledge it for what it was and let it go. And I know that tonight I'm going to make a special moment in time to talk to my mom. She's been gone for 27 years now. And I know there are still things to say. And the other very powerful part of Yvonne's sharing was about entitlement, of thinking we're owed something, of thinking somebody should give us something, of somehow feeling that we're entitled, that they owe us, that our parents owe us, our kids owe us, they owe us appreciation, they owe us gratitude, they owe us whatever. That students that we teach patients that we serve, that they owe us somehow for what we do. So I invite you instead to look at those experiences as opportunities of gratitude for what the serving gave to you, for what you were able to give to others. And I see that Lil is watching. And she's a woman who has given so much to her family, to her patients when she was a nurse. So much life and so much laughter and so much love. Her house is filled with it. And I have been very fortunate to be touched by that on several occasions. So today, find that place within yourself to be grateful, to offer respect for your mom, whether she's here in this life now or gone, for what you were given, for what she was able to do. Celebrate that and watch abundance and prosperity and opportunities to serve open for you even more than they already are. Have a great evening. Have a wonderful celebration for the new year. And think about ways in which, in the coming year, you can make your life even richer in experience, in love, in service than it already is. Good night.